tension. Biden administration got slammed having soft spot for UK over post-Brexit trade deal. Joe Biden's administration has been accused of showing animosity towards Brexit and blasted for its reluctance to accelerate a post-Brexit trade deal with the UK. Former US President Donald Trump had been a big fan of Brexit and regularly talked up the imminent prospect of a lucrative trade agreement between the US and UK. But his defeat in the US presidential election a year ago has seen talks between the two sides seemingly hit a wall, with Mr. Biden frequently voicing his frustration at the UK's implementation of the Northern Ireland Protocol. During his presidential campaign, Mr. Biden, who is of Irish heritage, warned he would ensure there was no US-UK trade deal if the implementation of Brexit imperils the Good Friday Agreement. He has also repeatedly warned the UK to not make the Good Friday Agreement a casualty of Brexit. Niall Gardiner, a foreign police analyst and former aide to Margaret Thatcher, has launched a stinging attack against the Biden administration, warning there is now a lot of tension in the UK-US relationship. He believes that is a result of perceived animosity towards Brexit and an unwillingness to press ahead with the free trade deal with Brexit Britain. Mr. Gardiner also claimed Mr. Biden's presidency has been hugely unhelpful in regards to relations between the two sides, branding his foreign policy a complete disaster following the chaotic withdrawal of US troops from Afghanistan earlier this year. The foreign policy analyst said, "There is a lot of tension in the UK-US special relationship. That is the result of the Biden administration's animosity towards Brexit and the unwillingness from that administration to move forward with the US-UK free trade deal. The Biden presidency has been hugely unhelpful in regards to UK-US relations, and Biden's foreign policy has been a complete disaster, as we saw with the Afghanistan withdrawal, damaging the US standing in the world. There isn't any momentum from the administration to move forward with a trade deal. That is a huge mistake because a trade deal between the world's largest and fifth largest economies will create several new jobs for Americans and is good for the US economy." Mr. Gardiner also attacked the Biden administration for parroting the propaganda of the EU. He added, "The Biden administration is obsessed with the NE protocol issue and is recycling the talking points given to them by the EU. They are parroting the propaganda of Brussels." In 2019, then-President Mr. Trump hammered the EU with tariffs of 25% on steel products and 10% on aluminium, when the UK was still a member of the bloc. The US has since scrapped tariffs on EU steel but has failed to do the same for the UK. Earlier this month, politicians reported post-Brexit tensions with the EU over Northern Ireland are partly behind the delay in talks over a trade deal between the US and UK. Government ministers were reported to have acknowledged some US figures are concerned about the UK's approach to Northern Ireland. But they insisted the trade row with the US is entirely separate to Brexit negotiations. A Whitehall source told, "We want to see tariffs dropped on both sides. But it needs to be on terms that work for the UK steel industry." It's good their Department of Commerce released a statement recently saying the administration will engage with the UK on trade issues like aluminium and steel. Now it's high time we get on and sort this issue. While economists say it is difficult to disentangle the effects of COVID and Brexit, many business leaders argue leaving the EU has made a bad situation worse. There is concern over a further worsening of relations with France, and if negotiations over the Northern Ireland Protocol end in stalemate. Samuel Toombs, the chief UK economist at the consultancy Pantheon Macroeconomics, said, "A renewed trade spat likely would ensure that global manufacturers remain reluctant to locate production facilities in Britain, thereby undermining exports in the medium term." He cautioned that the competitiveness of UK goods could start to decline indefinitely as tougher migration rules push up labour costs and a departure from EU safety standards restricts where products can be sold. The £1 trillion export target is likely to be about 67% higher than total trade volumes this year. It might not be reached at all. "On current form," said Toombs, "the target looks like another Brexit fantasy.